Hey everyone, and welcome back to MindSpanse. I'm Craig, and thank you for taking the time with me today. We are going to continue our discussion about clarity, and it's great to be back outside. Last couple of days was pretty stormy, and it was impossible to film out here. So it is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day, and the lockdowns are starting to end, and so there's a lot of good mood in the air. But before we begin, we are going to take our big stretch. Breathe in deep through your nose. Reach up to the sky. Allow a smile to wash across your face. And breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. And we're good. Awesome. So today I want to talk about nature. And because we've been talking about our inner wisdom and clearing our lenses and this concept of knowingness and putting energy behind our decisions when we trust our inner wisdom. And sometimes all these things are really hard to get. You want to do this and you didn't. And it's hard. And so for me, I think maybe, I don't know how long ago, maybe 10 years ago, whatever, but at some point I was looking around at nature. I grew up in the woods, but then when I was like 13, I moved away, and then I've been in the city for the last probably 20 years on and off. And I love going back out to nature, but I was in the woods, I was hiking, and there was this mesh of overgrowth in the woods, and I was looking at it, and it just, something triggered in my mind that there's this underlying fabric of nature that we're all built upon. So whether it's our cellular structure, whether it's plants, and whether it's whatever, the universe is blossomed or manifests out of this substructure. That's how I view it. And as a result of that, and if you read a lot of philosophers, they're always saying, look at nature and we can learn everything from watching nature. And so today I want to talk about that. I want to talk about some things that I think will really be helpful. And so when you think about truth, nature doesn't judge, right? So if it's a lightning storm or it's a blue sky or it's a tidal wave, there's no judgment. It just is what it is, right? And you don't judge it. You may be angry because it ruined your day or whatever, but you're not like, oh, bad ocean. I guess at some point people used to do that, but we don't really do that. We don't personify these activities as good or bad. They just are what they are. And I think if you really internalize that, you'll see that we, as an outgrowth or manifestation of the same stuff, also there is a truth to us, who we are individually, and what we're supposed to be. And so if we're not following our inner wisdom, then we're not truly manifesting ourselves as we were meant to be. And so if we spend more time studying the waves in the ocean or the clouds in the sky, or how flowers and how trees grow and interact with each other, I think you'll find that you'll have a lot more clarity about how truth, meaning not truth like truth or lying, but truth of genetic manifestation. So we have this code that says, hey, you should become this, or you should be a tree or a flower or a cow or whatever you're supposed to be. and just be that. And there's a perfection in that, in just fulfilling that simple mission. And I think if you spend some more time being quiet, we've done a lot of work around that, and being present in how you focus. A lot of times I'll just sit and stare at a flower or at a weed or a tree, and just stare at it and really try to study it in all its little detail, and how it grew this way or how it grew that way, and look at the trees around it and how they grew, and why maybe one's off to the left and a little smaller, and maybe it wants more sunlight or whatnot. And you'll start to have maybe a better appreciation for your own truth, and the fact that you also were part of this outgrowth to be who you're supposed to be, and nothing more than that, and that that is perfect in and of itself. And we search and search and search and blah blah blah. And the reality is it's actually the opposite. Like, to find peace, you're not finding, you're there, it's all here. You don't have to do anything. That's sort of the trick of it all, right? I mean, it's sort of a joke. People spend so much time and energy and peeling off all this societal crap, and at the end of the day, it's just to be who you are and be true to that. And so that's why I do spend a lot of time talking about truth and talking about nature, and we do have to go through these things to uncover that. And don't be afraid. A lot of people think, oh my God, if it's just that, then there's going to be nothing, because I'm so attached to all these things that I've circled myself with, and all these constructs and whatnot. And if I just do that, then what? There'll be nothing left. There'll be nothing there. And the reality is that's the opposite. And I've said this, I'll say it a million times. When you release everything, when you find your inner wisdom, and you start to trust it and start to express yourself in your truth, and be the tree or the plant or the storm as it is, just as it is, then you'll find a place that's filled with love and energy and joy. And I think that it'll be a really a wonderful moment for you. And I'm sure you've felt it at different times, but it's well worth this journey. And with that, I am wishing you an incredibly wonderful, wonderful day. And please subscribe to the channel, of course, and like it if you like it. Share it with your friends. And we're going to be doing a whole series on perspective, and I'm going to actually do a whole series on public speaking, which is something that I love to do, and I think you'll love that too. So stay tuned and have a great afternoon. Thanks for joining me.